What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is All for United. We are live after the Leicester versus Manchester United 2-2 draw that we just witnessed. Very interesting game. Very interesting game. I'm joined by Andrew Wall. He's a contributor here at All for United, and we should be expecting Sean as well very soon. We have 37 people watching on all platforms. What I want you guys to do right now is go to youtube.com/All for United. Make sure that you join us over there. Get us to at least 25 views right now. We want to get 20 likes as well. I think that we already have comments coming in. Jacob OC, fair result in the end. Think Leicester definitely will get top six. So a point against a top six rival away isn't too bad. Andrew, what do you think about that? How did you feel about the game? Did you think that we were, a draw was deserving?
So a little bit disappointed we conceded right at the end, well, near to the end of the game, but I knew it would be a very open game from the start because both sides like to attack. And I mean, first half, we had that glorious chance from Rashford, and I think he took his eye off the ball for a second. And if he'd put that header away, it would have been 1-0 up early on. But then he made up for it with that strike later on. And I mean, what a pass from Fernandes, the toe poke across the box. And then we sort of like let Leicester back in towards the first half. And then that first goal we conceded, I just felt no one closed him down quick enough. I mean, McTominay and Bailly one of them should have just spotted the danger and gone, oh, look, don't let him get the shot away. And maybe De Gea maybe should have moved his feet a bit quicker because you could see his hand was getting there, but not quite quick enough. I mean, second half, the midfield were just lacking a bit of creativity. And when Pogba came on, that made a bit of a difference. I mean, Dan James, like you say, he does a lot of running about, but there's nothing at the end of it at the moment. I mean, yes, he was helping at the back of the defence, but and helping Lindelof at right back. And then we started to take a hold of the game, started creating those chances. Then Rashford, to be fair, that shot he had, and Schmeichel said he couldn't do nothing more. Maybe he could have drilled it a bit lower, but Schmeichel made the brilliant save. We couldn't do anything about that. And then, I mean, the goal we got to go ahead. I mean, the movement from Cavani and then the pass through to Fernandes for him just to tuck it away. I just thought, yes, just
100. Exactly.
100%. Hold on here. And then I just thought, we always do. Look, I just seen somebody's on Twitter post. Somebody said, "Oh, like we're like a Ferrari at the front and a Fiat at the back," and it was pretty right. When Perez just got beyond Shaw, Maguire should have just gone and closed it off. But then no one was spotting Vardy's movement, and then it was unfortunate for Twanzebe. He just came off him, and De Gea was just like caught wrong-footed. He couldn't do nothing about it, and then.
Real quick, Andrew, let me, we have 90 people watching, over 93 people watching. I just wanted to say real quick, make sure to join us on youtube.com/All for United. Join us over there. We're trying to get at least 25 live viewers, over 100 views for this stream right now. We're going to be on for about an hour, so make sure to stay tuned with us. We want over 100 viewers. Brown Knight said, what did I miss? You didn't miss too much, bro. We're still talking about this 2-2 draw. I wanted to get some quick comments in here. Fred Woodward says, probably a fair result, but we missed so many key opportunities and gave away 2 sloppy goals, especially after we led twice. Disappointed we should have won it. Yeah, no, I think we definitely had the better chances. Obviously, Rashford missed a huge chance. That was definitely a crusher when you think about it. You know, that goal probably gives us a foothold in the game even more so. But obviously, he made up for it, which is fine. You can't complain too much. But I think Ollie did a good job managing this game. I'm not going to lie. I thought he made the subs at the right time. And let's touch on that real quick. The Cavani from Martial sub, I thought that was definitely a game changer.
That was the perfect change. I mean, Martial, I want to see a bit more from him, like even pressing-wise as well. I'm just like, just go and chase the ball. Like you see Bruno, just literally if he loses the ball, or it's going backwards towards the opposition, Bruno will chase it down, and Marcus will as well. But Martial just seems to stand back a bit and wait. So I'm like, just go and press, and you can start creating some problems. And I mean, maybe if Ollie may have started Cavani from the start, he might have he might have got on the score sheet as well. But I say it was the right time when Cavani came on, and obviously that pass from him to Bruno made all the difference for us to get in front. Just couldn't see it through to the end. And also like Dan James for Paul Pogba as well. It was the same. As I said, Dan James does a lot of running about, but he needs like the end products and as well. But let's say, and obviously Lindelof unfortunately going off injured. I mean, he's been nursing an injury since the start of the season with the back. Hopefully,
yeah,
it's not too serious, and he's not going to be out for a while now. But I mean, we've got Twanzebe to come in. Hopefully, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be back for the Wolves game, or we even got Brandon Williams that can fill the right back position as well.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was really. I think the one big mistake was the Lindelof at right back thing. I really think that hampered us a lot. I mean, I love Victor Lindelof, but I love him as a center back. I don't love him as a right back, honestly. I feel bad for Axel. I'm obviously the last goal kind of bounced off of him. He could do nothing about it. But let's get into these comments real quick. Martial kind of depressed me today, not gonna lie. Yeah, I thought he was pretty abject today. He didn't do much. And I'm a huge everyone who watches knows I'm a huge Martial fan. But I thought today he just wasn't at the races with the rest of actually, I don't even think Rashford was really at the races outside of the goal he scored. I really don't think the front line did a lot for us today. Let's see what the comments are saying. Starting Lindelof at right back was an odd move, one that obviously didn't pay off. Jacob will see James has to be sold ASAP. Wow, very bold statement right there. Poor balance, poor technique, panics a lot. These are things I'm not going to argue with. James has one problem. Decision making. I think he has a lot of problems.
The final product's the problem.
I definitely think there's a lot of problems outside of the decision making too. Let me just say that. 3 points, 3 out of 12 points against the top 6. Is that true? Wow, that's not good if so. Not good if so. We got a draw against Chelsea, draw against Leicester, draw against what am I missing? Man City. Yeah, we definitely need to start getting more points against the top 6 for sure. Real quick, Andrew, I want to get your thoughts on the back line today. I honestly didn't think the back line did too bad. We have 38 people watching. Everyone, make sure to join us on youtube.com/all4united. We want to Brown Knight. Let me know how many people are viewing right now, and let me know how many likes we have. We want 20 likes. We want 20 likes on YouTube and over 100 views. At least, actually, we want 150 views. So make sure you guys get on that. Join us real quick. Join Andrew, me and Andrew right here live. But yeah, Andrew, give me your thoughts on the back line. I thought they did pretty good today. I feel bad for them, even though maybe Lindelof wasn't great going forward. I still think he did his duties. And tough day.
Yes, I echo that. The defense was pretty solid today. I mean, Lindelof, I thought I can see why Ali put him at right back. It was just to counter the attack from Harvey Barnes and Castagna of Leicester. So I can see why he put him at right back. I say Luke Shaw, I just think he had one of his best games today. I mean, since Tellers has come in, Luke Shaw has stepped it up. I mean, I say he's made him even a better player. So you could argue with the Leicester goal they scored to equalise. Maybe Maguire should have. Once Perez got past Luke Shaw, Maguire could have just gone and closed it off. But other than that, the defence was pretty solid today. Just unfortunate Lindelof got injured, but we had Twanzebe to come in, and he did okay as well. So just unfortunate. The ball bounced off him and it went straight into the goal on that one.
Yeah, definitely very, very tough. I think that, in my opinion, it was probably a deserved draw. Honestly, I'm going to be completely objective here. I think it was probably a deserved draw. I'm not mad. I know a lot of people, every time we draw or lose, are like, oh, this was a good draw. If you want to be real, you always want to win. Everyone who's watching me right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Brown Knight says we have 13 watching. Great job. We have 13 watching. Let's get it up to 20 people watching. We still have a ton of people on this stream. Everyone, make sure to tune in with us right now. Right now. We are live with it. We are with it. 70, 20. Everybody who's watching, do me a favor real quick. Hit the like button and go to youtube.com/all4united. Hit the like button right there. But yeah, I think the draw was deserved, honestly. I think Leicester played pretty damn good.
I was going to say it was a very open game.
Yeah, it was an open game. I think the Harvey Barnes goal, I mean, oh my goodness, that was a great goal. I mean, yeah, I was very upset at Bruno. I think that was his fault. I don't care. People are saying McTominay should have closed the ball. He should have closed the ball, but the way Bruno gave the ball away there, definitely
wasn't great. Yeah, like I say, assisted one and then assisted them to score their first goal. So, but that's what you get with Bruno. He can do fantastic things, or sometimes he just gives the ball away a little bit too much. And on that incident, it did cost us.
Yeah, definitely cost us big time. Definitely cost us big time. Everyone, get your thoughts in the comments real quick. How do you feel about the game? Do you think that I see a lot of back and forth in the comments here, guys. I love this. I love this. It's not going to be a popular opinion, but he should have started Jesse over James. He shouldn't have started either of those two. If you wanted to, honestly, I think he would have been better served probably starting Paul or
Mason Greenwood.
Yes, Mason Greenwood as well. Juan Mata, one of those three. But yeah. I just think Dan James was not the right choice. It's sad because it's like he's just, the quality's not there. Like you can see it sticks out. To me, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm so sorry. Like he always looks like he's like a championship player playing with Premier League players. And that sounds harsh, but outside of the pace, the decision making so poor. Like it's tough. It's tough. But anyway.
To be fair to Dan James, I mean, last season when he came in, I don't think anybody or any of us expected him to play as many games as he did. But due to injuries last season, he had to play a lot more than he did. And I think Ollie was, in an ideal world, Ollie would have wanted to bend him over a longer period, but he just had to thrust him in last season. And I think he might be catching up with him this season, so he's not having the best season so far. But so I think over time, if he develops further, I think he can be a good player, whether he gets into the first team on a regular basis or he's just a squad player. It's wait and see at the moment with Dan James.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It might be harsh, but I don't care. Yeah, James looked like a boy dropped into a men's game. I completely agree. He doesn't look like, he looks like a cheap signing, 100%. I'm sorry. Those are harsh words, but in my opinion, they're true. We still have a lot of people watching. Hey, Brown Knight, let me know. Update me on the likes real quick. We have 16 people watching on all platforms. Everyone, make sure to join us on youtube.com/all4united and get your say. We're not doing a player rating show today, so we're gonna be a little more in depth on this live stream. We're gonna be a little more in depth on this live stream today. Okay, so everyone, come and have your say. Everyone, come and have your say. Let's talk about the midfield of Fred and McTominay today. I thought McTominay had a pretty pedestrian game. I thought Fred was excellent again, in my opinion, breaking up the play. But I still say the same thing. I don't think we can win a Premier League championship with those two as our starting midfield too. I worry about it too much, just in terms of quality, overall quality, because the best teams are putting out top end midfielders. I think Fred is very close to being a top-end midfielder. I think we can win with him in the side. McTominay, obviously against Leeds, was wonderful, but today he left a lot to be desired. He did. I don't know how you feel about that, but let me know what you think about that midfield too.
So yeah, Fred's just come on leaps and bounds. I mean, even from the first season he had with us, we just thought, is he going to make it as a United player? And then last season he just improved. And I mean, this season he's just carrying on where he left off. I mean, he's central in that midfield to breaking up the play. Obviously, gave a few fouls away today, but kind of needed to just break up the Leicester play as well. But McTominay, it worked last week with him against Leeds, but today, I don't know, just as you said, looked pedestrian, just didn't say, just wanted him to get the ball moving forward, getting those passes, a bit like Michael Carrick when he played for us. He was just gets on the ball, looks forward, gets the pass going, and then United are on the attack. I mean, it's a bit of a debate at the moment. Who do you play alongside Fred? Is it McTominay, or are they just best for certain games, or it has to be Fred and Pogba, or can it be Fred and Van der Beek? Ollie's got a tough choice which one to make. But I mean, even Pogba, I was say when he has played or gone in the side in the last few games, he's had solid performances. So you thought Ollie might have chosen him over McTominay, but as I say, Ollie's having to fit all these players in and give them all the game time. So it's just, I say we're going to have maybe a different midfield against Wolves. It might be Fred and Pogba. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I want to see that Fred Pogba midfield one more time. I think it worked, but because of what happened in the Sevilla game, he really hasn't gone back to it since that Europa League final. I think that's probably our best midfield three is Pogba, Fred, Bruno. But doesn't trust that. Let's talk about Bruno today because it was a mixed bag for him. I really want to discuss that more in depth. Bruno definitely had, first of all, the first pass to Marcus Rashford where he missed the open header. What a pass. What a ball. That is what he is all about. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me get to the comments real quick because it's looking like it's moving quick. Fred was immense today. Big Mac with high pass percent on the pitch. That midfield just isn't good enough, and I like them both. How can anyone think keeping James beyond the season? And how anyone can think it's worthwhile keeping James beyond the season is deluded. Wow, very, very powerful words there.
Maybe you should, in January, send him out on loan, maybe to
yeah,
lower end Premier League club or the Championship.
I've heard that theory, but I'm not a big fan of sending out 23-year-olds on loan. That's just a bad sign to me. If you're not good enough at that age, when are you going to be good enough? That's how I've always felt about it. It's a tough one. It's a tricky one. But yeah, no. Let me know your thoughts on Bruno. How did you feel about him today?
As I say, as you said, a mixed bag. I mean, that pass to Rashford, shame Rashford didn't put it away. As I say, and Bruno, like second half, he just wasn't getting in those spaces for the first 10 minutes, and we was just lacking that creativity. When Pogba came on, Bruno could be a bit more freer, and then I think he was going through as a false nine, and then he got onto that end of the pass from Cavani, but yeah, Bruno, I'd say if he was going to give him out of 10 today, I'd say a 7. I just think, he does some things brilliantly and some things like, that trying to put that pass he was trying to do, and then it caused the Leicester to score the first goal against us. It's just, but that's why we love Bruno. He'll try anything just to try and get United on the attack. I was going to say, I think you're on mute.
I'm on mute. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. Everyone, I was saying, get your comments in on YouTube real quick. What would you give Bruno out of 10? I would probably give him a 7 too. He had a goal and an assist. I mean, you can't really ask for more again, even though he made some.
I was going to say he scores more than just penalties. Every other fans like to say he just scores penalties. He does more than that.
Yeah, I think that it's funny that even he cost us a goal, but then he created and scored 2 goals. Like it's such an interesting dynamic. Wow, Brown Knight says I'd give Bruno a high 5 with a goal and an assist today. Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, very harsh.
That's very harsh. I would not say. I give him a 7. You got to give someone. I mean, when you contribute that much to the team, even when you don't play that well, you got to get someone.
And as Ollie said about the team, you got to be allowed to make some mistakes. It's just how you learn. And Bruno, he made the mistake, given and led to the less goal, but then he corrected it. He got the goal. He got the assist. So you just got to be willing to make some mistakes in order to get a result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Everyone watching right now, make sure to hit that like button. I don't know where we are right now. Let's get to at least 20 likes. We want 100 views on this. So I'm gonna be live tweeting during this the whole time. We're gonna be on here for about actually a while more. So maybe make sure to tune in with us, stick in. Everyone, give me your thoughts. We're gonna be going around talking about some individual players today, and how you thought they did. Let's talk. We haven't talked too much about the individual backline. I thought Eric Bailly, 2 games on the bounce. I thought he did pretty damn good today. He was the one defender I think that was truly faultless today in anything. I mean, truly anything. And maybe Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw had a really
Luke Shaw was, yeah.
Luke Shaw did have a really, really good game. But I'm talking about those 3 center backs, I guess, that were playing. I think that he was the best. He was better than Maguire and Lindelof today, in my opinion.
He was bringing the ball. Well, when he was on the ball, he brought it out. He was bringing out of the defence, trying to get us on the attack. I mean, there was that one moment where Fred passed the ball and Bailly had his hand up, and I thought, and he hit him and caused the referee to blow for a free kick. But I just thought it's just like Bailly to do that, just a Bailly move. But I say he was pretty solid today. And if Lindelof is not going to make the Wolves game, then obviously Bailly will be back in the centre of defence with Maguire on Tuesday evening, if I remember rightly. The Wolves game is.
Yeah, no, I think Lindelof. He's what's the word I'm looking for? We've been overusing him. He's definitely he's been on an injury list for a little bit now, and it seems like it's kind of time for him to take that like 2-week break. that happens for every player once in a while. We're just like, all right, my body's telling me to chill out. It looks like, man, there's people still going on about Dan James in here. Let's just see the comments real quick. James is a player you bring on at 75 minutes when there's spacing behind. I would agree with that. James is not United quality. Think of players we've had in the past as squad players. I completely agree. Mike Dean hates United. Pass it on. I think he was fair to us today. I'm gonna be honest. Bruno should have gotten sent off twice. If we're being real, I think there was 2 moments. He fouled. Was it Madison, or he fouled somebody on a yellow, and I was like, oh yeah, he's getting sent off. And they completely let it go. He was on a yellow card the whole second half.
Oh, yeah, it was the one near the end. He was on the yellow card. Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans was going back towards the goal. Bruno I thought you just needed to keep near him, and then
he fouled.
Johnny Evans had to do something, but he then ended up putting his foot down on his foot and then causing the foul.
Yeah, no, we were very fortunate because I think if we're being honest, he probably should have been sent off. What do you think about the comments? Yes, hit the like button, guys. Get over on YouTube if you're not here yet. Everyone jump over to YouTube, youtube.com/all4united, youtube.com/all4united. We're going to be here for a little while. All right, people, let's see. There was one move with Fred where the defender slipped, but Mike Dean gave a foul, and I was like, what the F? Yeah, I mean, that happens. Like, no ref is going to have a perfect game. Like, I'm not mad at, one missed call. I'd be more upset if I was Leicester today. I'm going to be completely honest. I think we got away with Bruno. I think Bruno, they're not going to send him off if they don't have to. But probably should have gotten sent off, and we're being honest.
I'm glad he didn't.
I'm very glad he didn't. Very glad he didn't. Oh man, these comments are going back and forth. Everyone, get in the comments. Ask us some questions real quick. Ask us some questions. I'll make sure to get Andrew's thoughts on things. Drop some questions about what you felt about the game. What do you think about the performance? We are still on a little mini undefeated streak here. I think. I mean, we've been looking good. We've been looking good under Ollie right now. Right? Obviously, we would have liked to be in second place today. Definitely like to be in second place today, but we still have a game in hand on Leicester, which is really important. Everyone has to remember that. We haven't faced Liverpool yet. That's another thing that's really important. If we can get some points off of Liverpool, that will be smart. That
would be the key game.
Ollie didn't get anything wrong. I would disagree with that. I think he managed the game well, but he definitely made some mistakes. I think Tuanzebe should have started from the beginning. He's more comfortable at right back than Victor is. Just the fact.
So would you have started by Maguire or by Maguire and Lindelof?
Yeah, I would have. If Lindelof was 100%, but obviously it looks like he's not. If Lindelof is healthy, I'm always starting Lindelof in our team. I think he's our best center back. But I would have probably gone with Maguire and Lindelof, and then Tuanzebe on the right. But I mean, Bai played really well, so I'm not mad at it at the end of the day. But I don't think Ollie was faultless. He's managing injuries. He should have benched Lindelof then. It looks like Lindelof's been nursing some injuries for the past few weeks. Bench Lindelof.
He's had the bad back all season. He just said said to the manager, "I'll play through the pain."
Yeah, and he said it.
Maybe caught up with him today, and hopefully it's not causing any. Say with the bad backing, cause like other injuries to like the calves, and hopefully it's not. Just the bad back at the moment.
Fred Woodward says Rashford needs to improve his composure. 100%. I think this is what makes him not world class, in my opinion. I think when Rashford gets the composure and the I don't know what it is. The word is he can do spectacular things, but sometimes he does the simple things really, really poorly. And that's why I think, that separates him from some of the better players in our team.
Or a bit like Martial as well. Sometimes he doesn't do the simple. I think there was one where we had a counter attack and I don't know, was it Bruno passed him the ball and it was just like Martial, you had the Leicester player on, it was coming towards him and Martial, I thought, just flick the ball on and he just didn't do the simple thing right. I just thought, you're trying to be, like Martial, he always seems to want to wait for the ball. Just go and get the ball and just get on it.
No, I agree. Stuart O'Hara says, unable to see the match today. Fair result. I would say it was a fair result. If you're an objective, football fan, I think you would say we probably, if there was a team that was supposed to win today, it was us. I really believe that. But that being said, Leicester definitely put in a very good shift. I think Harvey Barnes was excellent today. I think he was very, very good today. I was very impressed by him. I thought Jamie Vardy was relatively quiet. I thought Ndidi today, oh my gosh, what a player. What a player. I think he's the reason they got their first goal. And I think he was probably the best midfielder on the pitch. People might think I'm crazy because Bruno got a goal and assist, but he's the one who stuffed Bruno when Bruno tried to meg him, and that led to their first goal. The second goal, I think he had a part to play deeper in the phase of play. I don't know. I just think he's a wonderful player. I think he should be a Manchester United player. I don't know what everyone thinks about that. Rashford needs to mature. I would agree with that. United don't do corners. I would agree with that. I think
so. We had a few headers today. I thought, we should have headed them down, not headed them over the bar and everything.
I think Harry Maguire gets in positions and just doesn't know how to finish. Very frustrating sometimes. I think that he always gets in the right position, and then he should have more goals for Manchester United. I really believe that.
When he was at Leicester, he scored a few from
corners. I have to wear a Harry Maguire. So there's a Harry Maguire shirt that's coming in for me. I have to wear an I Love Harry Maguire shirt for like however long until he scores a goal. So I'm nervous. This man cannot score a goal for shit. So it is very tricky in my life. 18 people watching live. Everyone join youtube.com/all4united/all4united and have your say. I'm going to get in the comments real quick. How many times have we seen Tellez, Bruno, or Shaw curl the ball to Maguire's head? Why can't he score? I think it's a mental thing. I think it's just he's not good in the air. There's a lot more pressure on him at Manchester United. He's the captain of the club. Everything I don't want to say everything falls on him, but in big moments, he gets a little tight. Let's just call a spade a spade. He gets a little bit tight.
Plus that £80 million fee as well over his head.
It's very difficult. I think if Cavani gets the same opportunity, he probably puts him away. Oh, facts. If Cavani was on that, if Cavani was on that header that Rashford was on, wow, it would have been a goal. No questions asked.
Yeah.
1,000.
I think when they're showing the replay and they just panned to Cavani, it was like, yeah, he would have just buried that chance, and then we'd have been like 1-0 up within how many minutes? Say at the start of the game, we started with the intent as well, and then just let Leicester back in. So it's just say when these opportunities come, we've got to start taking a lot more of them, and just like the Leeds game, just burying teams, with the opportunity we do get.
Let's get in the comments real quick. Wow, so many comments coming. Everyone, youtube.com/all4united. We only have 11 likes so far. What is going on, guys? What is going on? 11 likes. We have 12 watching too. Let's get it up to at least 25. I want to stay on here for a while today, guys. We're going to stay on here for a while. Get all your comments. And we have so many comments I'm about to share with the team. Andrew Wall is with us all this whole post-match reaction. Make sure to stay tuned in, guys. We need at least 20 likes. At least 20 likes. Let's see what the comments are saying. Kagiso Molabatsi says he should bench Maguire. He ball watches most of the time. He lacks the pace and is slow to react. I feel like he should be dropped, and all he should try Axel and Eric. Wow, I would not do that. But that's a bold statement right there. Everyone who watches this knows how I feel about Maguire, but I will say that he's been playing well, and I don't think he deserves to be dropped right now. I think he's been playing well for the past 6 weeks.
Plus, was it the game? They said he's played the most minutes in world football in 2020 as well. So he's literally played every game for us and for England as well. So
Brown Knight says we dropped 2 points. Wow. Leicester's pressing was good, but we had the better chances. We did have the better chances, but that doesn't always mean you are playing the best for a full 90. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes a team will dominate and people hit them on the counter. And they have a better chance, but they weren't playing better. I'm surprised you said that, Brown Knight. Very surprised you said that. Had the chances to win it, but it was a competitive game of football. 100%. Mohammed Daoud asked the question. He says, "Would you take Ndidi and Fred?" 100%. They could both play in the same team. I would 100% do that. I would have no issues with that. I think that would allow Fred to push a little further forward. It gives him more freedom to run around, even though he does that already. But there would be more of a security blanket in our midfield. I think we lack that true security blanket. Fred and McTominay are both box-to-box midfielders that are playing as sixes, and they're really not sixes. They're both eights. We play 2 6s and a 10. We need to get to a point where we're playing, a 6 and 2 8s in my opinion, or Bruno pushes a little further forward, whatever. But yeah, no, I think Ndidi would be a wonderful addition to our squad. Luke Shaw cost us 2 points, and Rashford for his poor finishing. How did Luke Shaw cost us points today? I thought he was great. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He had his best, one of the standout players today.
Yeah, Kai Hopkins, I see you're on Facebook. Make sure to join us on youtube.com/all4united. I'm going to drop the link in real quick. youtube.com all4united. Let's see if you guys, let me know if you guys see that. Let me know if you guys see that real quick. I just dropped it. Everyone should be able to see that, I hope. It was Shaw's fault. It was not Shaw. How was it Shaw's fault? Hey, Kai Hopkins, let me know why you think it was Shaw's fault. I completely disagree with you. Maguire, sorry, I think we'll wear for 2 seasons, LOL. Yeah, bro. I'm really nervous about that Maguire shirt. Tremendously nervous. 21 people, over 20 people watching. Let's get 20 people watching live with us on YouTube. I'm going to hit the like button on YouTube real quick. Everyone make sure you do it too. We are going to be live for a little while here. We have 15 people watching live. Oh, wow. Excuse me. That was loud. I'm going to hit that like button though. Yep, we have 15 people watching with us. What else are I seeing? Still unbeaten in the league since that Arsenal shambles. Decent streak. Yeah, still, it's crazy that we lost that Arsenal team. That is absolute garbage.
And after that game, everybody said, "Well, where's United going? We're in crisis." And now you look at Arsenal and what they've done after that win against us. It's like, well,
everyone with their point.
You can't say United in crisis at the moment.
There's a lot of hype around this Venezuelan kid coming in. If he's as good as you hear, the midfield should be sorted. No. You see, you got to understand, guys. Not every 18, 19-year-old, 17-year-old is going to come into the side and play. You know what I'm saying? We buy these players because we want them to potentially be unearthed gems. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we haven't been doing for a while, as mentioned. Actually, I will say over the past 3 to 4 transfer windows, we've been doing a better job at it. I think our first stab at it was like, we're going to take a pop on Dan James, right? Even though it's, in hindsight, to me, it's kind of an expensive pop for a championship player. But it didn't work out. But we have these younger players now. There's a young boy in the academy who's named Mejbri, really good player that we got.
He's really good. And we got the one we bought, Palestri, as well.
Palestri, another young player who looks like he's doing well. Now we have Moises Caicedo. These are the Traore, you know what I'm saying? Or Amad Diallo. These are players that we're trying to unearth gems. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about them coming to the side. If you buy Caicedo, that doesn't mean you can't buy Ndidi, because Ndidi makes your team better still. You know what I'm saying? But you buy those players to make the squad stronger. You know what I'm saying? So if Ndidi gets hurt, we have a young player who can at least try and fill the job. You know what I'm saying? For the time being, there's never a such thing as having too many good players on a football team. No such thing. No such thing. Let's get back into these comments. Set up to draw or lose, gave Leicester far too much respect. Brian Higgins on YouTube. Wow, I see where you're coming from, but and again, I am an Ollie critic. I want to say that I'm an Ollie critic. I've been critical of him in the past, but over the past few games, I think that's a harsh one. Did I think we drew it? I mean, you got to think of the chances. First of all, we had first minute we should score. And if it's 1-0, are we saying he's set up to draw or lose? I think it was a cagey game. And against the top side, you want it to be a cagey game. You don't want 3s and 4s when you're facing the top side, because they're going to have their chances, and then it becomes a toss-up. You want to be able to have as much control as possible, and I think he picked the right team to, have that control. Let's get back to these comments. Shaw, Martial, and Pogba have no place in the United team. Shaw isn't good enough. Martial is too inconsistent and, in my opinion, lazy, and Pogba simply doesn't want to be there. Andrew, your thoughts?
Sure. Well, I mean, since Tellers has come in, Shaw has upped his game. I mean, like, he's starting to run more forward. He's starting to take more defenders on. I mean, like today, some of the free kicks he threw in, obviously the chances weren't taken, but I mean, Shaw had his best game. In terms of Martial, he could do a lot more than, I mean, sometimes I can agree with the point. Sometimes he does look a bit lazy. I think back to another player we had, Dimitar Berbatov. He could look like he was lazy on the pitch and like being slow around the pitch, but he was doing something. It was like he would be getting into the box and then onto the end of the balls and scoring. But Berbatov wasn't like a person to run around a lot, but he could do a lot with the ball. But Martial, I think he just needs to do a lot more than, I don't know where at the start of the season he had that red card and then he was just out of form. I mean, the last couple of games he seemed to be getting his confidence back. I mean, today it just didn't seem he was at the races. With Pogba, you just never know with Pogba. You just need that consistency, and whether he's still with us become the start of the next season, who knows what's going on in his mind and whatever his agent says next. So we'll just have to wait and see on Pogba. But it's one of those.
Yeah, that's an interesting comment, a very interesting comment. I'm going to respond to it. First of all, Pogba does have a place in the United team until he leaves. I am a big believer in working for your money. I don't care if you want to leave. You're going to work for us because we pay you. That is a fact. I don't care. And since those comments have been made, he's played well.
Yeah.
These people are professionals. Because someone wants to leave a club, listen, he did it the wrong way. He handled it the wrong way. His agent should have come around and said that. At the end of the day, he's still a professional. He's going to put on his hard hat and go to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think he did that, and he's been doing that. On Martial, absolute rubbish. Well, whatever you just said that is rubbish. Who said that? NS, absolute rubbish. Had over 35 goal contributions last season, and you're saying that he has struggled this season. I agree. He has definitely struggled. Or let me not say struggled. He struggled in front of goal. I still think his overall build up play has been good throughout all these games. But he just hasn't been able to finish, and that happens in a striker's career from time to time. But to say he doesn't deserve to be in the team, and this Luke Shaw hate has to end, people. Karthik, wherever you are the starter of this. Karthik has started this Luke Shaw hate. I'm gonna hold him to it. He is the Luke Shaw bandwagon hater. Luke Shaw is not that bad. He is not that bad. He's a decent player, and I can't believe somebody just said he's not good enough. Anyway, it's Jacob O.C. says it's about timing with Maguire. Some headers, he times his runs well and his head movement well. Sometimes he gets underneath the ball too much. Sometimes he misses. It's not a big issue, though. It's not a big issue, but it's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? That's that simple. It's just something you need to point out. It's just
like wanting to take those chances and score.
And score. It's like I don't know what else to say. Let's see. 14 on YouTube watching, 16 likes so far, guys. Let's get this up to 20. Let's get this up to 20 likes. We want at least 100 viewers on here. I'm going to be live tweeting, getting these views up real quick. Getting these views up. I am still shocked at some of the comments I have seen. Very interesting comments today. Is he not Ecuadorian? Yes, Ecuadorian. So, sorry, I've been watching Jack Ryan season 2. That's funny. Okay. He'll go into the academy. 100% Moises Caicedo will go into the academy as he should. He's played for his national team at pretty high levels at World Cup qualifiers, which is impressive to say the least. I think if you're getting games in World Cup qualifiers when you're, how old is he? Is he 17, 18 years old? Something like that?
Not too sure. So I've seen stuff about him while he's coming to United, but I haven't seen much of him. So it's something.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen much. See how this player is. I'm not one of these people who watch YouTube highlights and then assess a player. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I operate. But there is some context you can take from someone saying, "Wait, he's 17 and he's playing in World Cup qualifiers against like Argentina." Like,
I think Brown just said he's 19.
19, yeah, 19 years old playing in World Cup qualifiers against the likes of Argentina. I mean, you have to have some level of talent for you to be trusted in a game like that. So that's really, really positive for us. 100% buy for the future, but we still need to strengthen for now. 100%. Always think about strengthening now. And I think this January transfer window that's coming up, if we could sign just one catalyst player, if we could sign a David Alaba, if we could sign a Indeed, even though that's never going to happen, but if we could sign the likes of an Alaba, somebody who is a leader, who can give us another lift, who brings pedigree. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something we're missing in our first 11 is pedigree. We don't have enough pedigree. Maguire doesn't have pedigree. Luke Shaw doesn't have pedigree. Tony doesn't have pedigree. Marcus doesn't have pedigree. And I'm talking about like winning at the highest level. Pogba has pedigree. He's in and out of the side. Matic has pedigree. He's in and out of the side. Mata has pedigree. He doesn't really play anymore. Cavani has pedigree, but he's still trying to get a rhythm as a United player, and he's in and out of the side. So most of our players that get consistent minutes don't have pedigree. Let's be real, people. They don't have pedigree, and we need another signing in that starting 11. somebody who gives us that championship leadership pedigree. And I think David Alaba is that person. I don't know what else you guys think.
Well, I hope we do make a sign in January, but can I see us making one? I don't think so, unless there's like an injury to one of our key players, and then we have to dip our hand into the transfer market. But I don't, like we usually with the January transfer, like all clubs for 3 of the 4 weeks, you see no movement, and then that last week it's just a scramble to see anybody can get in. But I think if we had an injury to a key player, then we'd have to go in there and get somebody. But I hope so, United sign somebody, but I can't see it in January.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's this is just why I feel like Manchester United we won't break that, that threshold this year. That's what scares me, is because the likes of Liverpool, they're probably, I don't know if Liverpool are going to make a signing, but they still have the coach. First of all, they have the best coach in world football. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have the best coach in world football, in my opinion. Then to top that off, they have a group of players that have played together for years and know how to win. This group of players we have not won together. We have some Europa League winners in there. We have an FA Cup winner in there. We have a Europa League. They haven't won cohesively as a group for 38 games on the bounce. They have not done that. This group of players have not done that. So they need an extra boost to get them over the line, in my opinion. And I think in Manchester United, we're really serious because we are in a title challenge. We talked about it pre-match. We are in a title challenge. We just need to be the people that are on the front foot saying, okay, we're second place right now. Let's make that catalyst signing that makes us competitive, at least competitive with Liverpool, excuse me.
Catalyst signing, like when Bruno came in January, just took us on another level. Now we need, as you say, another player just to take us. Back in Fergie's day when he signed Eric Cantona, it was the catalyst for everything to start winning trophies.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Let me see some of the comments here. We still have 16 people watching. Everyone jump over to YouTube with us, youtube.com/all4united, youtube.com/all4united. We want at least 150 views and 20 likes, at least 150 views and 20 likes. Everyone make sure to hop on this wave with us really quickly. Let's get into these comments. Some people's agenda is unreal. Perfectly okay to be a critic of someone, but not to praise them when they have a good game ain't good. I would agree with that. Ashley Bird says, don't hold your breath for much in January. Completely agree with that. We have signed a lot of players with potential recently in anticipation of the upcoming changes that Brexit will have on Premier League transfers. I'm obviously not British. You can hear it by my accent. I know a little bit about that situation, but yes, I think it is smart to kind of dip into the market now when there's no restrictions that are coming up. Let's see. Back to the comments. Luke Shaw is good, and I feel like since Tellez came, Shaw upped his game to another level. 100%. I think Luke Shaw's always been in my opinion, I always thought Luke Shaw was the least of our problems in that team. I've always thought that. People complain about his ability going forward. I do think sometimes he was, especially last season, I thought sometimes he was very hesitant to go forward. But again,
or he checked back as well and then pass it back.
Yeah, but again, least of our worries. Least of our worries, in my opinion. I think we desperately needed midfielders last season. We didn't have it until Bruno came in. I think we desperately needed a Cavani type last season. And that's not to say Martial isn't. I still think Martial is our best forward player when he's at his best. But that being said, I think we needed a player like that, a Cavani-esque type caliber player who knows how to grab a game by the scruff of the neck and win it. And he's already done that twice for us. More comments. Man United can't defend. I think we weren't that bad today. I really don't think we're
vulnerable at moments. We were vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable, but again, 11 on YouTube, 16 likes so far. Everyone join us on YouTube wherever you are really quickly. I'm gonna retweet something for us real quick here. Everyone join us on YouTube. youtube.com/all4united, youtube.com/all4united. Make sure to be on that very quickly. youtube.com/all4united. But we need a director of football. 100%. We need a director of football for a long time, for a very, very long time. And you can see it in some of the weird frailties we have, like we're playing center backs at right back. I think Brandon Williams kind of lost favor since the debacle at Sevilla, in my opinion. I don't think Ollie trusts him for real after that. And then we have some issues. I think we need a DM. I think we need somebody else other than Matic as a true number 6. Matic can't play too many games on the bounce now at his age. And I think he needs someone that I think he needs someone who can give him those consistent games at that position. And we need a right winger. We don't have a true right winger, but maybe Palestri and Amad Diallo can shock us. Here we go. Question: do you really believe Martial is a natural striker? I see him as a winger cutting in rather than an out-and-out striker. Here's the thing about Martial. I do think his best position is probably on the left, but again, the production last year showed us that he is more than capable of being an out-and-out number 9. People forget that he was injured for a big portion of last season. He still got 20 plus goals in all competitions, and he got double-digit assists in all competitions. That's something that you can't overlook. Like he is a Manchester United quality player. That is a fact, in my opinion. I think that the question of is he an out and out striker? I think if we had a system where I think a lot of it has to do with the system. He does a thankless task. He does a lot of holding. He holds the ball up, lays it off more than a Rashford would. He comes back for the ball probably way too much, in my opinion, but he does it just to get a foothold in the game. And it's a thankless task. So when he has a bad game, it looks really bad. You know what I'm saying? When Martial has a bad game, it looks like he's not trying. But that's not the case. It's just sometimes when you're doing that thankless number 9 task, you're gonna look like you're not doing much. But what I will say really quickly, Andrew, is he needs to learn from Cavani. Like he needs to learn that movement. Like the pockets that Cavani were filling today, as soon as he came in, you saw the difference. And I think Martial needs to learn that.
Yeah, I was going to say with Martial, maybe him and Rashford could just interchange a bit more. So at some point in the game, Martial goes out to the wing on the left and Rashford comes into the centre and vice versa, so they can work in tandem. We haven't seen that much in the last few games. And I mean, Martial, I say he's coveted that central striker role. Now he's got it. I think he just needs to get better and better and just taking the chances when he's got them. I mean, and learn from Cavani as well. I think when Zlatan came in a few years back, I think he kind of sulked a bit and didn't like being shoved out on the wing all the time. And plus the issue with the number on the back of the shirt. And I think Martial for a few years just wasn't the same player we saw in his first season, but now he seems to be coming back to the Martial we all know when we first got him. So just need to say, I think if we can just get into some form, score some goals, and then him and Rashford, and when Greenwood comes back into the side, that front three can do a lot of damage to the opposition teams.
Yeah, 100%. Completely agree. We have 22 people watching on all platforms. Everyone join us on youtube.com/all4united. We want to get to 20 likes and over 150 viewers. Why not get to 200 viewers? I don't know how many people have tuned in already, but we should be close to we should be at least at 100 already. I believe we should be at 100. We should be at 100 for sure. Let's see what the comments are saying. Shaw hasn't looked the same since that nasty leg break, starting to show the form he was in when that happened. Yeah, he looked, in my opinion, he could have been our best player today. He might have been our best player today, honestly, in terms of his role and what he did in it. Daniel Brent says, scrappy game. I'll take the point from the second place team at the halfway point of the season. These are the games Manchester United would lose the last few years. Take the point and move on. I agree with that. This is definitely a sign of a team who's being resilient, winning those cagey games. Sometimes you're like, how is 2-2 a cagey game? It really was. It really was a back and forth game. It doesn't feel like a 4-goal game. It doesn't at all. Didn't feel like, somebody was the dominant force in the game at any point. I completely agree with that. Tony is an inside forward all day long, same as Rashford. I think Tony's a left winger. I do think that Rashford is more of a inside forward than Tony is. I think Tony likes to play number 9 because he gets more involved in the play, but when he doesn't get involved in the play is what the problem is. I think it's only 3 clean sheets all season in the league. Yes, again, I will go back to what I was saying last season about Harry and Victor. I don't think that's a title-winning center back pairing. I really don't. I think last year it was a little, the third best defense in the league thing was a little
flattering.
Yeah, flattering and disingenuous. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka was literally playing out of his mind for about 9 months, and people forget that. Like, I think he was our best defender by.
Like some people argue, he doesn't do with Wan-Bissaka. He doesn't do going forward. He could do a little bit more, but his bread and butter is defending, and which he can do
better than
10 out of 10 each week. It's just obviously going forward, getting on the attack, and maybe sometimes getting a few more crosses in. But that's something he can work on. But defending wise, he's good.
Yeah, 100%. Question from a fan here, Arian Bakshi. Thank you for this question. Do you think Bruno is top 3 in the world right now? Andrew, what do you?
I'd put him at number 1. I mean, where would United be without Bruno? Since he came in January, it's just, I say we'd probably be in a worse position. I say even like the start of this season, we've had some bad results, but say his influence on the side. I mean, if he wasn't there, we'd probably, God forbid, we'd probably be in the bottom half of the table. So, I mean, his goals and assists. I mean, I think just before the game started, I think they put up the table. I don't know, it was showing what the table looks like since the results since January, and we were like second with 57 points, and Liverpool with, I think it might have been 58. So it's just like, no, we were on 58 and they were on 60. I mean, and that's with still a game in hand to go. And I'm just thinking, obviously, if we'd have won today and then won that game, we'd have been above, well, in that table they showed, above Liverpool. So we are the second best team since, I think, January from what I saw that table. So I say, thank God we did sign Bruno.
Yeah. More comments coming. So many great comments coming in. For me, Martial isn't a top striker, more suited to the left. He's very inconsistent, and his off-the-ball movement isn't great. I disagree with that. He's also not very good with his back to goal. Also disagree with that. He's very good with his back to goal. Completely disagree with that statement. Very good with his back to goal, and you see it when he doesn't play. Today he wasn't great. I will agree with that. He was definitely off the pace today. And I'm a Martial fan, I'll say that. But consistently he is. Obviously, Cavani's a better player. Like, he's been there, done that. But I'm talking about out of our young players, he is by far the best with his back to goal. No questions asked. More comments. 14 watching, 17 likes so far. Can we get it up to 20? Guys, let's get it up to 20 likes. All we need is 3 more. If 3 of you hit the like button right now on YouTube, we will get to 20 likes. So everyone who's watching on Facebook, Twitter, hop over to youtube.com/all4united and click that live link that's popping up on the top of our channel, all right? Caleb Masakati says we need a center back. You're on Periscope, my guy. Make sure to hop on to youtube.com/all4united. youtube.com/all4united. It was a cagey game. We had the punch and we looked okay. I did think we looked okay. We looked okay today. Anyone who wants to complain today, you're just complaining to complain, because this is a second place team. It's unfortunate that we scored in the 80-something minute and didn't finish that game off. That's definitely painful, obviously. But to be fair, Leicester probably deserved a point. Kagiso Molabatsi says, I saw that United are interested in Dominic Calvert-Lewin as a Holland alternative. I wouldn't mind that. I like Dominic Calvert-Lewin as a player. I think that if he was at United, you'd see a lot more of his deficiencies that aren't on display because he's at United. You know what I'm saying? He gets a lot of service, something that the number 9s at United just don't get enough of. Like, we're being completely honest. It's improved over the past 4 weeks. But consistently under Ollie, we've not got enough service to our strikers. I think he's good in the air, but we try to play out from the back. Does that fit? Yeah. It's a lot of questions, a lot of question marks. But I would not be mad to take Dominic Calvert-Lewin at the right price. He's an England international now. Tell me, don't you think Cavani's off the ball movement has highlighted Rashford and Martial's deficiencies in the area of their game? So to answer that question, yes, Cavani is way better at his movement. And I think that's the difference between, world-class strikers and top-level strikers, which I think Marcus and Tony are. I think they are top-level strikers. Are they world-class? No, they're not world-class. I know there's this let me put that question back up. I know there's this thought that Marcus is on the cusp of it. He's not. He's not yet. No, he's not on the cusp of it to me. I think he has a long way to go to develop his game, and Cavani is showing that. I would agree, Fred. their movement is nowhere near the level of Cavani's, but I do think Tony's movement is underrated. He does the thankless task, and I think his game is different to Cavani's. Even though, mind you, that pass that Bailly put into Cavani's feet, I wouldn't think Tony or Marcus would be in that position. That was a very, very, that's what top level. Those are the positions that top level, world class strikers take. And then he turned and then he played it to Bruno. It was chef's kiss.
And so with Rashford and Martial, something they can learn from Cavani. And I mean, like when Zlatan came in, they obviously took his experience and what he knew as a striker. Now they can do that with Cavani and become better players for it with the off-the-ball movement and other areas of their game as well.
Yeah, 100%. We should have replaced Lukaku with a proper out-and-out striker. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that to an extent. I still think Tony should be playing in this side. I don't care where he plays. He should be starting for us. He's one of our 5 best players, in my opinion. He should be on that pitch. He should be on that football pitch at all times. At all times. The Lukaku thing is interesting because I think Lukaku is huge evidence of what a top striker of that type of ilk would suffer from at Manchester United. He leaves United. He becomes one of the most prolific goal scorers in world football. What does that say about what we were doing for him? You know what I'm saying? Lukaku did miss a ton of chances. And he didn't show up in a lot of big games. But
also, because when he moved to Inter Milan, well, obviously when he was up, he's quite bulked up. Whereas at Inter Milan, he slimmed right down, changed his diet, and I think because he was bulked up, he wasn't having that much. The movement wasn't quite there. Now he's like with Inter Milan, he's getting that movement, he's scoring the goals. So he's definitely a good striker. Mourinho and Solskjaer just didn't seem to couldn't fit him in anywhere. So it was like, because he played out on, I think it was one game against Liverpool, where Lukaku went out to the right and Lukaku said, "Oh, I knew then I had to go," and it was like, yeah. So Lukaku just didn't quite. I mean, his first season was good, well, because he scored just under 30 goals for us, or was it over? I can't remember quite. But second season just didn't quite work out the same. So, but I think we were right to moving on. And in the end, he didn't want to be there. So, say if a player doesn't want to be there, open the door and you can go.
You can go, exactly, 100%. My guy Brown Knight. I don't know how I missed some of those comments. It was just big mishap there. My bad, bro. But you do be helping us out. So come on, guys, smash the like button. We need 3 more. Yes, guys, 3 more likes. I'm not leaving this stream till we get 3 likes. 3. All we need is 3 likes to hit 20. I know we've gotten to 100 views already. I'm so confident about that. I think we've gotten to 100 views already for sure. Let's see. Yes, he's still good. I think his injury affected him for a while. Plus, his buddy Memphis Depay was sold. Who are you talking about? I don't know what I missed. Lukaku will always be a flat track bully. He is not that anymore. If you watch him at Inter Milan, he's actually pretty good at holding up the ball now, which is absolutely surprising to me because I never thought I'd see the day. The same thing that happens to Lukaku will also happen to Pogba. The next team will see the full benefit of their quality. I would agree with this. There's going to be teams who know how to utilize those talents better than we did. Unfortunately, I think Ali is still learning, which I hate to say, but it's true. He is still learning. There's some things he didn't know. There's some players he didn't know how to manage. The big personalities like Lukaku, Herrera, those guys were out the door pretty quickly. And those players then went on to do pretty decent things. You know, Herrera was starting Champions League semifinal games. Lukaku was in a Europa League final, even though he had a stinker. You know, those guys performed at high levels for their other clubs. So I'm so confident wherever Pogba goes, and we know he's going to leave this summer, he will probably perform.
As Ali said, with this United team, we're going to see some ups, some downs, and he's just trying to get that consistency. So, I mean, like, start of the season, we just see many downs. Now we're on and off at the minute, and we just want to carry that on, not see any more downs this season.
Someone smash the likes, even if it's just to get Temi off the air. That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna stay until I get those 3 likes. So somebody hit that like button for me. I do not care. We want to get to 100 views. And the comments are still coming in. We've hit the hour mark. Lukaku and Pogba are also Mourinho signings. Maybe they don't fit Ollie's philosophy more. Lukaku in this case, yeah, potentially. I think Pogba. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not, because I don't even think Pogba fit Mourinho style. But anyway, it's whatever. It's neither here nor there. I think when you are playing three up top, they all need to be interchangeable and be able to play wider through the middle. I would agree. I would agree with that. I think Rashford can play through the middle, but in a counter-attacking team where, he's not really required to hold the ball up, I don't think he's a number 9 at all. I think Dan James, when he plays, he's kind of predictable, and obviously can't play through the middle. Struggles tremendously doing that. Let's see. Guys, we've hit the hour mark. I'm probably going to call it. I don't want us to be lingering too long, but Andrew, we appreciate your time. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to hit the like button before you leave this stream. And guys, we will be talking very, very shortly. Again, make sure to follow Andrew Wall at Andrew_Wall. Follow me at Temi Talks United. And ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you all very, very soon. Deuces.